Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our underdog show. We're going to be talking about March 21st, Thursday. We have 7 games. We have some matchups we're excited to get into, especially let's see, some of the games I'm particularly excited about are the Knicks and the Nuggets. I've just been excited for any Knicks games lately. Jalen Brunson has just been playing insane basketball. Very fun to watch. So that should be a killer matchup. All the games are exciting right now, though, because we're in it right now. We're in it for teams trying to make the play-in, teams trying to get a secured spot so they don't have to be in the play-in, like my Suns right now. But yeah, we also have Suns Hawks. That should be fun. Back in Phoenix again. We're hoping Grayson Allen has a repeat, and but yeah, Pelicans Magic, that should be a good one. Nets Bucks, we'll see how that goes. Depends on if Giannis plays or not, but we've got some fun matchups tonight. And we've got 5 picks for you today. Before we get started with the picks, though, if you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, use our promo code. It's just one word, backdoor, and they're going to match your first deposit up to $100, and they're going to give you instant pick'em specials. So you'll get some plays that'll help you get started on the right foot. And you can mix and match them with the plays we're giving you today, or you can just take this whole slip and, just obviously take whatever plays you like, fade whatever plays you don't like. We feel good about these plays, but yeah, make sure you use that promo code BACKDOOR when you sign up, and they'll hook you up with the deposit match and instant pick'em specials. All right, well, we don't really have anything to go over. We missed the slate for Underdog yesterday, so we're not going to do a recap. We're going to just get right into these picks, but these are the picks we're going to be going with. We're taking Josh Hart over 15.5 rebounds and assists, Michael Porter Jr. over 4.5 first quarter points, Grayson Allen over 3.5 3-pointers. We like Domantas Sabonis for over 8 assists, and Jalen Brunson over 27.5 points. All right, so before I start breaking down the plays I'm going to be covering, which I've mentioned it before, but on the Underdog show, Jordan and I we build out the slip together instead of me coming with my picks, him coming with his. We just kind of talk over the picks together and build out the slip. It's just fun for us to have a different approach for these videos than our other videos. But so yeah, I'm going to be covering 3 of them, and Jordan's going to cover 2 of them. And before I start breaking them down, I just want to tell you guys about the DFS Optimizer from Daily Grind. They make all sorts of tools, but the DFS Optimizer in particular is kind of like our workhorse. We use it to find plays, we use it to confirm plays, and there's so many ways you can use this. You can use it right when the board first starts to populate. There's different advantages to turning it on right when you are about 30 to 45 minutes from game time. Sometimes these platforms they add picks last minute that are actually really good value. And the optimizer catches them and puts them all in order, what they think are most likely to hit. You can also compare the line you're getting your pick at to all these other platforms and see am I getting this pick at a discount? Is this actually higher than everyone else has it at? Maybe I shouldn't take this pick. You can compare all the odds across all the odds makers. It's an incredible tool. They're giving all of our viewers 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR, and you can apply that to any of the tools they offer. They have 4 different tools. So they're doing amazing things over at Daily Grind. Definitely check them out. We're proud to be a partner of theirs. And they're just really good people, but they make really good products, and the proof is in the pudding. We know how well these tools work. So definitely check that out. There's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com. All you have to do is put in code BACKDOOR and you get 25% off. That's really big savings if you end up going for the full bundle. That's quite a bit of savings you get there. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. So I'm going to get started with Jalen Brunson. This is just a dude I have not been able to stop taking lately because he's playing incredible. I posted the other day, when the Knicks got Jalen, you had people like Stephen A. Smith, who he's hilarious. I love Stephen A. I get it why people hate him, and there's so many times when I'm so annoyed with him, but he's one of those guys that I just still can't get enough of because he's just so hilarious to me. But he's a huge Knicks fan, obviously. He was so mad that they missed their opportunity to get Spider Mitchell. And then when they got Jalen Brunson, he wasn't not excited, but I think none of us knew who Jalen Brunson totally was. He looked really good. with the Mavericks, but he was kind of overshadowed by Luka. Anyways, like, I really think Jalen Brunson is a more valuable asset to have on your team than Spider Mitchell at this point. And I think Donovan Mitchell is amazing, but I'm just saying, like, we need to recognize, like, Jalen Brunson is absolutely incredible, especially at his size. He's just absolutely elite, and so I really want to get a piece of some of his props today, because he's just, it's incredible the way he's so durable and he can be so physical. But I mean, the dude can do anything you're asking for of him, especially when it comes to scoring. But anyways, I could go on and on about Jalen. He's just been so impressive lately. But let's look at this over under. We have a 207.5 over under. So we're calling for a relatively low scoring game, and that's pretty typical with the Knicks. The Knicks are really good defensively, and they are known for keeping teams under 100 points. They're playing great ball. It's unbelievable what they're doing right now without OG Anunoby, without Julius Randle. They haven't had Mitchell Robinson for a long time now. He's been out for most of the year, but they look scary still. And you got Josh Hart just playing incredible. He's got like 3 triple doubles on the season. So I'm really loving what the Knicks are doing right now. But yeah, so we have a low scoring game as expected, because the Knicks keep teams under 100 typically. We have a 9.5 point spread to the Nuggets. I think that's a little high. I think this is going to be a close game. They're playing really good. They've had 3 days to rest. So I'm not concerned about anyone missing time in this game due to a blowout. If we hop over here to Outlier, we can see that Jalen's gone over this 3 out of his last 5 games. He's really been in the flames though lately, these past 3. Starting with that Portland game, he went for 45 points, and we're taking his points alone at 27.5. I'll explain why. But against Portland, he goes for 45. Against Sacramento, very tough matchup, 42 points. And then against Golden State, he goes for 34 points. And if you come down here, you can see his minutes are just solid. They're kind of right where they should be. He could probably afford to play a little bit more. But he's got this one game against Philly where he only played 27 minutes because I believe that game turned into a nasty blowout. If I remember correctly, he didn't need to stay in that long, but he's still averaging 33.8 points per game. And this is just elite numbers. Like with what he's doing, he's only averaging less than 1 foul per game. So not even close to getting in foul trouble. But this is what we really love about taking this points prop. He's averaging 23.4 shot attempts per game. That is so high. That's what you want. And he's shooting 48% from the field. He's making 3 3-pointers per game right now. Shooting 83% from the free throw line, 8 attempts per game. He's just getting it done everywhere when it comes to scoring. He does have a little bit of a difficult matchup here. The Nuggets are 5th in points allowed to the point guard, but he's elite. I'm not concerned about that. Especially this line at 27.5 is still pretty low in my opinion. I think he's going to at least hit 30 points tonight, because with these injuries, he just kind of has to still. Josh Hart is doing a lot, but Josh Hart doesn't really get that much higher over like 10 points. A lot of his work is just rebounding and assisting the ball. But yeah, we have OG Anunoby still out, Julius Randle still out. So hopefully those guys can get back soon. But I'm gonna stay on this play until it's proven otherwise. I thought about taking his points and assists, but the points and assists are all the way up at 33.5. So that's a 6-point bump. And when you look at his assists alone, we're getting the assists at 5.5. So you're actually losing some value by pairing them together. That just happens sometimes. So long story short, I'm just going to take the points straight up. And I feel good about him getting at least 28 points. That's not asking much for what he's been doing. So yeah, we're feeling good about that. If we hop over here to the DFS optimizer, they've got this as his second best play on Underdog. They have his turnovers juiced a little bit higher. If you'd rather take that, I don't think that's a bad play either. Especially on Underdog, you're getting it at 3. Everyone else has it at 3.5. So you get that push if he only gets 3. But we like his points today though. 27.5. They have it at a 51.64% odds to hit the over. They have it at a -125. This play is everywhere. and it looks like all odds makers at 27.5 are juicing it to go over. The lowest odds are FanDuel. They have it at a -118, which is kind of a 50-50 shot. DG has this at -125. Everyone else has it at like -120 or higher. So go with your gut, but I mean, I feel really confident in this play. Very excited to take it. Next one I'm going to be covering is moving on to Grayson Allen. We like him to go over 3.5 threes. As a Suns fan, I can't get enough of this kid. Like, if you've been watching our show, Jordy and I have been excited for this acquisition since the beginning of the season when we first got him, because he's one of these unique players who's really good on defense, but he's a really great shooter. And he's having his best year yet with shooting 3-pointers in particular. He's the best in the NBA right now. And he's kind of been bouncing in and out of that position. He's never gone below top 3, but he just keeps holding it down and being, number 1 from the shooting percentage from 3-pointer. He's got a good matchup today against Atlanta, which should be a high-scoring game. Actually, let's hop over here and look at this real quick, because this should be a high-scoring game. Relatively high, 225.5 over under. Suns favored by 9. I'd like to think the Suns could easily win this game. They did great last night. They are on a back-to-back, but they are still at home. So I love this play today, but the Suns have atrocious issues with turnovers. Like, I don't know how many games we have to go before we start cleaning that up, because some of it is just so bad. Some of it's just throwing it to nobody. Like, we're not here to talk about their turnovers, but that is so annoying to me. But so yeah, 225.5 over under. Grayson is not a part of the issue with the turnovers, thankfully. But we're here to talk. We're here to talk about his 3-pointers in particular. Yesterday, he went for 9 3-pointers against Philly, and this is his 3rd time doing that on the season. The matchup is great. They've got him listed on Outlier as a shooting guard, but he's not really ever playing the 2. He's playing the 3. So we're going to look at small forward. And Atlanta is 24th in 3-pointers allowed to small forwards. And so he's got a good matchup there. If we hop down here, he's only getting 2 fouls per game, which is incredible for such a good defender. He's on average over the last 5 games, he's averaging 35.7 minutes. He's getting his minutes now. We know for sure he's so crucial because he can play defense too, and he's the best shooter on the team from 3 anyways. But he's getting his minutes regardless of if Booker, Beal, KD, regardless of their status, his minutes are locked in. So 35.7 is what we love to see, but also 9 attempts from the 3-point line per game. And he's shooting 58% from 3 on 9 attempts per game. It's incredible. So sorry, I'm just kind of giddy about this play because I'm just so happy he's a Sun. But he's gone over this 4 out of his last 5. If we look at the last 10, he's gone over it 6 out of 10. Yeah, look at these back-to-back games with 8 threes. So 3.5 is not asking much. I'm feeling really good about this play. Let's see how he's done in the head-to-head. The head-to-head, he didn't have good luck, but that was way back in early February. He only took 3 attempts in that game. So he made 1. So that's, I'm not concerned about that. He's really been getting after it lately. So we're feeling good about this. If we hop over here to Daily Grind and take a look, they actually have this favored to go under, but go with your gut. They have it pretty much at a 50-50 shot. The odds to hit indicator is at 50.44% odds to hit the under, and they have it at a -118. So we've got mixed emotions here. It's just, I think that anytime you have a 3-point prop that is like you have to hit 4 to even cash, I think that most odds makers are going to say like, it's more likely that he doesn't get 4 3-pointers. But we're talking about the best 3-point shooter in the NBA right here, with a good matchup. So and if you watch them play, he's just shooting all the time. 9 attempts, I think he can hit 4 of those when he's shooting 58%. So we've said enough about that. I'm going to try to keep it rolling since we have 5 today. Let's talk about Josh Hart. We like his rebounds and assists at 15.5. He's gone over this in 4 out of his last 5 games, and his game that he missed in this run was against Philly, and he missed it by 3 rebounds or assists. He's just coming off of a triple-double against Golden State. That was a killer game. He had 11 rebounds, 11 assists. We do have a little bit of a difficult matchup here. They've got him listed. Outlier does tend to put people as shooting guard quite a bit. Does that make sense? Is he playing the 2 typically?
I thought he was playing small
Or-
forward, but
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter in this case. It's pretty similar. If he is playing the 3, because they got Jalen Brunson, and then yeah, who's playing the 2 for them? I can't think about it right now, but we'll go over both just in case.
is it DiVincenzo?
Yeah, I think it is DiVincenzo, unless DiVincenzo's at the 3 and Hart's at the 2, but I'll just cover them both just in case. It's a pretty similar matchup either way. It's a tough one. Denver's tough, but we're not, this isn't scoring here. So Hart, I'm not concerned either way, but Denver is 6th in rebounds allowed to shooting guards, 8th in assists allowed to shooting guards. If we're talking about small forward, they're 8th in rebounds allowed, 5th in assists allowed. So tough matchup. They're above average in this category, pretty much across the board, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they do have a soft spot against power forwards, but yeah. Bottom line, Josh Hart is playing elite ball right now, and he's getting incredible minutes. Yesterday, when he played, or not yesterday, on the 18th, when he played against Golden State, he was the first player in the NBA this year to not have a single rest. He played 48 minutes straight without overtime. So, and he's had, over his last 5 games, he's had 3 different games where he's eclipsed the 40-minute mark. His lowest amount of minutes in the last 5 was 38.9. So this dude is going to have all the opportunities in the world to get this done. Averaging 42 minutes a game over the last 5, only 2.8 fouls while you're on the floor that much is very impressive. And if you look at what this new category that Outlier added, they not only show you the rebounds and assists, but they show you the chances that these players had for a rebound and the chances they had for assists. And Hart's numbers are through the roof. Rebound chances, 22.8 rebound chances per game over 5-game stretch. That means that, it goes to show he's on the floor all the time. So he could realistically, with his opportunities that he gets on rebounds, he could beat this line on rebounds alone. And that wouldn't be that crazy for us to see, but also potential assists, 10.8 per game. So I'm loving this play, even if it's a little bit of a tough matchup. Feeling good about it. If we hop back over here to Daily Grind, they've got this favored to go over, 51.58% odds to hit the over. And they have it at a -125. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Why is it showing Hartenstein? That's not. Oh, it's because my bad. Here we go. So they have this at a 51.4% odds to hit the over at a -124. Some odds makers have this at a 50-50 shot. Some are pretty juiced, like DraftKings. DraftKings has this heavily juiced at -130. We got some -121, 125. So I'm feeling really good about it. I think I've gone on long enough with these plays, but if you guys are interested in checking out Outlier, this is an awesome statistical analysis app. This will help you cash more, trust me. And you can try it out for yourself free for 7 days. There's a link in the description of the video. Just go through that link and test it out for 7 days. You got nothing to lose, but I guarantee you it will help you because the data you can look at on these players is really incredible. But anyways, I've spent long enough. I'm gonna pass it over to Jordy to wrap these up.
All right. So before I get into my plays here, I just want to quickly tell you guys about Chalkboard. Chalkboard is another pick'em style platform, just like our Underdog here. But you can set your own lines. So we could take like Josh Hart for 7 rebounds, and we could bump it down to like 6.5 or 5.5 rebounds and get a lower multiplier, so like a 1.1x or whatever. And we could bump it up to like 8.5 or 9.5 and get like a 2 or a 3x on it. So it's a lot of fun. I actually made a slip last night, and I had 4 plays, and I just missed on 1. And I had 4 plays that I juiced all the way up, and I missed on Kyrie's assist, but I juiced it all the way up, and only on 4 plays I was able to get up to like a 48x, just on 4 plays. So it's really cool. If you guys like playing small slips on like Prize Picks and stuff, and you enjoy playing like the Demons or like Scorchers, definitely go check them out. They're a lot of fun. There's a link in the description below. They're iOS only right now. They're just waiting on Google to confirm them so they can be on Android on the App Store. So definitely keep an eye out for them if you're an Android user. And use code BACKDOOR at checkout to get a 100% match on your deposit. And they'll match you all the way up to $100. So it's a great deal. All right. Gotta fix my browser really quick. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to be covering Michael Porter Jr. and Sabonis here. So let me zoom back in. So Michael Porter Jr., I beat this play to death on Prize Picks in every platform that I can get it on. His first quarter points at 4.5. There's times I bump this up to 5.5 on Chalkboard. That's one thing I love to do with this play. And another one I do that with is like Grayson Allen. He's a great first quarter scorer. But this is one of my favorite plays to take here. Great matchup for him tonight. 21st in points allowed to small forwards. He hasn't hit this against them yet, but he hasn't had too many games recently against him. He only had one this year so far, and that was on the 25th of January. So he hasn't really played them recently when he's been on this heater, but he's 10 out of 10 on this play right now, and 17 out of 20 he's gone over this line. And with a matchup like this, 21st in points allowed to small forwards, giving up 21. I know that's for the full game, but the first quarter, like, this dude comes out pretty hot every time. You can see this is why I bumped the line, because he either gets like 5, 6, or he's going way over that. He'll get 9 or 12 sometimes. So I bumped this one up the other day. I took it when he went for 12 here against Dallas, and I bumped it up to 6.5, and it became like a 3.5x on Chalkboard, and it was amazing to cash that one. But yeah, so 10 out of 10, I feel fantastic about this. He plays just about 8 to 9 minutes in the first quarter, which is plenty of time for him. Sometimes if he's really getting going, like you see he had 12 points, they let him just play the whole first quarter, and then they rest him deeper into the second. But I love this play. The odds makers, they underdogs got it at minus 120. Everyone else kind of like a 119. Caesars has it at minus 145. So I really like the way this play looks. So taking that one for more. And then Sabonis at 8 assists. I like this play a lot too. Me and Russo both did. And, in the head-to-head, he's gone over this 3 times against Washington. Here's the thing about Washington. Yeah, they suck in every category but scoring. So they're going to keep themselves in the game by just scoring the ball. And they don't really care anymore. Like, they're not getting benched by their interim coach. He's just there to kind of get these guys through the season. And, I think that the game, let's take a look at the over-under, actually. So the over-under is obviously going to be favored to the Kings. 237 over-under with an 11.5 point favorite. I think the Wizards will keep it close. They always do. They keep it within, fighting distance. 11 points is not enough to get the starters benched if that's just the spread. So not too much to worry about. Obviously, it could get ugly. Sacramento needs a bunch of wins, so they're probably just going to try to get this one closed out. But I don't know about a blowout. We'll see. Just be careful. Obviously, there's always that potential. But Sabonis' assists look fantastic, obviously. They're actually a little bit tougher to assisting when it comes to centers, 15th. But now they don't really even have a true center in Washington. They've been running Kuzma at the 5. So, yeah, still no Bagley. So Kuzma will probably be at the 5. He cannot match up with Sabonis' size, but it doesn't really matter because I think he'll just be passing the ball more tonight. He'll probably just try to get another triple-double is what I'm thinking. You can see that's kind of where they cut him off against the Wizards. He'll get 10 assists, and then they usually yank him out of the game at the end. Because in this game right here, I remember this game, they left him in just to get the triple-double, and then they pulled him out. So you can see whenever these two play each other, it's high scoring. The last time they played each other, it was 131 to 143, so that's a monster over-under. So I love this play. I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm going to get a lot of pieces of this for sure. So, yeah, that's the other two we got. It's a 52.49% chance on DG and a minus 129. So good odds on that one too.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, guys, we just want to tell you once again about our Discord server. If you're interested in joining, it's about 50 cents a day. We have a really killer community. It's just been popping off in here. Really, the best resource we have is our community because we all work together. When there's a new play that people are excited about, we all get to reap the benefits there. And you can see we've been getting into some like League of Legends. We have several different types of platforms that we cover. But yeah, we cover esports. We've been getting a little bit into soccer. We do NHL. We'll be getting into baseball. But yeah, like just the community as a whole, we have a lot of fun. And if you guys enjoy talking sports during the games, we have a blast with that too. In our community chat, it's always popping off. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, there's a link in the description of the video. Just go through that link, and then once you go through the link, go up to server subscriptions and just subscribe. It'll unlock all the channels. If you decide to join us though, make sure you hop into community chat. Let us know that you're new to the channel, and we will show you around, and you'll help you just get a feel for what we do here. But we've got Jordy and I, we've got 2 extra analysts that are in our Discord as well. And you know, obviously the main one that we're covering is Prize Picks. There just tends to be more people on Prize Picks, but we cover Underdog, we cover Chalkboard, like we share all sorts of plays in here. But yeah, we've got 4 analysts, and the main thing about it is, like, you know, the board keeps changing throughout the day, and we try to get the best picks we can to you for the videos. But the nice thing about the Discord is we're always connected. So anytime we're doing research, we can just hop right in Discord and share that value with the community. So come hang out with us, check it out. Like I said, about 50 cents a day. Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this slate. It's going to be an exciting one, only 7 games, but there's some really fun matchups. So have a great day, guys, and we'll catch you here in just a few for the Prize Picks video.
Good luck, guys.